Lisa, have you ever had any internet issues since COVID started?
Oh, totally. And I think it has to do with the fact that neighborhoods are seeing surges of internet being used. Everyone's working from home. My internet sucks. I'm having issues here and there, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I've definitely seen like my connection drop a few times, either through Discord or if I'm playing Animal Crossing with Nintendo Switch Online. I want to blame Comcast, but at the same time, I know that it's
Comcast.
The collective. It's the collective people that own Comcast
Jeremy,
in my area.
let's say it as it is. It's Comcast.
Okay, it is Comcast's fault, and it also doesn't help that I share my router with other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone's just using it. You know, we all need to use the internet. Everyone's working from home, and I understand that, but I'm like, damn, I can't even enjoy the internet, let alone work on it. You know, but yeah, I'm just like, I've been debating if I should just get another internet connection through a different service. But yeah, I don't know right now. I'm still thinking about it. It's just a thought right now. It's doable. It's doable.
I haven't looked into this solution, just because I never had to think about this solution until now. But there's some sort of signaling device that will ping your router and ping your internet connection to different areas of the house to make sure that it's spread out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it's called. I haven't looked into it that much. But that's a potential solution. If you feel like your internet's strong enough, if you feel like your internet is good, you just need it spread out more, that's a solution. I can look it up later.
Yeah, sure, that'd be helpful.
Tonight. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And if anyone else has a solution, please let me know, because I'm just like, I get so frustrated sometimes that I'm like doing something for work and then it doesn't save, and I'm like, are you serious? Wait a second.
Dude, that sucks.
I'm like logged into my remote desktop and then suddenly the connection gets cut. I'm like, wait, I was working on something really important. Hold on. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But
See,
yeah.
Even remote from home is being burnt out right now. Oh my gosh.
For real. You know, sometimes I worry about my home desktop computer too. I'm like, oh god, like if this thing ever conks out, I need to buy a new one or buy new parts.
Yeah.
Parts are so expensive right now for computers because everyone wants a computer and everyone is like trying to make a new rig for their work from home situation. And I'm like, come on, no, please. I love you, desktop. Please don't die. You're everything. I do everything with you.
Not even just computer equipment, and peripherals, but like computer chairs they even hiked up the price a little bit, because I was looking up computer chairs and they were a lot more expensive than I was expecting them to be.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. And if you're still looking for one, Alyssa, I actually bought one recently. Not a gaming chair. I've been kind of turned off by the idea of gaming chairs. I think they don't really help my posture and like stuff like that.
I want an ergo chair.
Yes. Okay. So there's a website you can go to that sells refurbished office chairs, and I bought one that was originally $1,000 for only $400. It hasn't come yet. They're based in the U.S. They ship nationwide. They are called officechair@work.com.
Well, that is very straightforward and easy to remember.
Exactly. And they have everything from like the Herman Miller Aeron, which is a pretty expensive but like I would say classic office chair that a lot of people use and enjoy. And it like, yeah, you could look up reviews on it. It like contours to your back. Has lumbar support. I myself bought the Steelcase the Steelcase Leap chair V2, and it hasn't come in yet again, but I'm waiting for it, and I've sat in this chair before and I loved it. It just has good posture for sitting, good lumbar support. And yeah, I mean, again, I spent $400 on what was supposed to be $1,000 chair. So I think I dealed it. I think I had a pretty good deal. They're refurbished, but I think it's good. So take a look, Alyssa. I think you'd really enjoy it. And plus, you might be thinking to yourself, why am I spending so much money on a chair? This chair will last you 10 years if you take care of it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, especially the Herman Miller Aeron, like that's such a widely regarded positive chair that like, yeah, I mean, it's a good chair is what I'm trying to say. And you should yeah, you should look into this website, see if there's a chair that you want, and get it.
Okay, cool.
Going back to the conversation about computer peripherals real quick, I actually started getting an interest into mechanical keyboards. So I actually already have one, but to kind of narrow it down, I've been interested in 65% keyboards, which are a lot smaller in form factor, and they fit on my desk, and
Yes.
they don't have a number pad, they don't have the F keys, it's just missing a lot of keys.
Yep,
So
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, the one I'm using right now. I actually bought two of them because I loved the first one so much. It's called the Ducky 12SF. It's a SF stands for 65. So these are little mechanical keyboards that are made in Taiwan. They're RGB. I bought one with brown switches. Brown mechanical switches are like kind of tactile. They're a little bit quieter. And I bought one that has blue mechanical switches, and the blue switches are pretty loud, I'd say. But yeah, one's in white. The blue one's in white. The brown switch version is in black, and I switched between them. I really like both kinds of switches, and I like the small form factor. There's more room on my desk now, which is great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I couldn't recommend these keyboards enough. I was doing a lot of window shopping before I decided to buy this keyboard because there's another keyboard called the Drop Alt. And it's really expensive. It was like $210, but it's like made for people that are really into mechanical keyboard, like tinkering and making their own and modifying them. And I was like, I don't know if I have time for that, but if I could just buy like a couple keyboards that have switches that I like and like I like typing on them, I think I'm going to do that. So I did it. It was like the price of these two keyboards was the same as if I bought one of the Drop Alt keyboards. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm good with this. So, yeah, I've been enjoying playing games with one and typing on the other, and I like to switch between them because there's a removable USB-C cable on the back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, let me know if you're listening, let me know your keyboard recommendations. I've been curious about like different keyboards and new keyboards recently.
On top of, what I invested in recently is a laptop stand, which is saving a lot of room on my desk for my work laptop.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because also, in terms of my ergo at work, when I look at a screen, I prefer if my eye line to the screen is like, if the screen could be a little bit above, but I don't like looking down at the screen, if that makes sense. And then when I sit at my desk, I'm looking down at my laptop, and my neck is a little bit, like bent over. So I got the laptop stand so I could look more directly at it, or what I prefer if I have to look up at it. And it's a little, the one thing that I do miss is my standing desk. Ever since we did work from home, I saw this thing on Amazon where it's like a small standing desk, but it's not even a standing desk. Like it's a standing stand where a laptop stand where it's just enough for like the surface, and it just fits in the corner of your room, and it doesn't take up that much space, and you can fold it after you're finish using it. And I might consider buying that because I miss standing at work.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. I recommend getting one of those. I have a coworker who got that, and he was like, I love this thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I actually converted my home desk into a standing desk.
Nice.
I went to Amazon. I bought this like huge, like heavy metal, like basically underside of a desk, and I can keep the top part. And what it does is there's a crank on the side, and you can like crank it to raise the desk and crank it to lower the desk. The crank is like those windows in those old 90s cars. It's like that kind of crank. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like $200 cheaper than the electronic one. The one that like you press a button and it raises, press another button and it lowers. So I thought that this was a good investment because, manual labor to get what you want. I mean, in your case is obviously different, but I did miss standing at work as well. So I got this in lieu of that, and I was like, you know what, this is a good investment because I don't know how long we're going to be working from home for.
Yeah, and I can realistically see myself working from home till the end of the year.
Yeah, same here. So might as well get something now before it's too late.
Yeah,
And you're like, why didn't I get it back then?
Like, I think we're in a spot where I think my work is just going to transition where I don't even go to work that much anymore. I think there's going to be times where I'm still going into work after this all blows over, but I doubt it's going to be 5 days a week anymore.
And you've proven effectively that you can work from home. So that's even
a
better incentive to stay at home.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Well, that's life now. It's the new norm.
Yep, pretty much.
So, what have you been playing, Lisa? What's on your docket?
All right. So, I just want to briefly talk about... I want to talk about Animal Crossing first because we just had that bug event. The bug tournament.
And me too. I want to talk about it too.
And, like... Mind you, I did not do the fishing tournament when that first happened because I had something to do that day. So I only did one round and then I kind of forgot about it. And then by the time I came back, it was already 6:00 and it didn't count anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I didn't think much of it. So now I had time yesterday to do the bug event and I did it with my friends as well. And man, I didn't realize that when you do these tournaments, the amount of spawning of the bugs just completely goes down.
Yeah,
like,
it sucks.
when you start the round, the bugs are completely non-existent. Where I'm like, 20 seconds ago before I started talking to you, Flick, there were butterflies everywhere.
Yeah.
And where did all of these butterflies go?
Flick
that being said,
yeah,
I think I got all of the prizes.
Nice.
I got the ladybug rug, which is the thing that I actually wanted. What I wanted the most. But yeah, that was a wild ride. Like, I did it while I was watching TV, so it was totally fine. But I was getting really annoyed by the fact that butterflies completely disappeared when you started these rounds.
Yeah, it's like you go to the flower section, there's nothing. I'm like, there's usually everything here. What the heck?
Yeah. Exactly.
In response to the bug off event, I actually did not have time to go to the bug off. I did the opposite of you. I did the fishing tournament, but I couldn't do the bug off. But I had a good reason why I couldn't do the bug off. It's because I was playing The Last of Us 2 and I was sucked in. I was sucked into that game. I was like, I don't think I'm going to play Animal Crossing today. Oh shit, the bug off. Oh well, whatever.
I mean, like, it's if you wanted those furnitures. So that's pretty much all that was.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know what the prizes were. I know there was a trophy involved. I was like, that sounds cool. But Last of Us 2 is so much fun.
Wait, there's a trophy? What?
I think there's a trophy. You can get a trophy.
Oh, shit.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't have time to play the bug off. When I logged into Animal Crossing, it was like 9 p.m. and the stand was still there, but there was no one sitting next to it. I was like, ah, shit. I missed it. I'm not about to time travel to go do it, though, but yeah. No, totally.
Yeah. That's all.
So,
those are all my updates. Aside from the fact that Octavian is still the best boy. He's my favorite villager of all time. He makes me so happy.
That's awesome.
Like, honestly, I play Animal Crossing at least once a week to make sure I give a gift to Octavian and to do my stuff. And that's all. And that's all the happiness I need, to be honest.
Oh, that's
amazing.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's so cool. Speaking of favorite villagers, I actually have one of my favorite villagers. I found out that he is worth a lot of money because you know how Nintendo.
Oh, like if you trade him and kick him out.
Yeah.
And
you
got it.
So Nintendo was like discouraging this. They're like, you shouldn't be trading and like selling villagers like this. This is bad, And I'm like, okay. So I wanted to look up who are the most expensive and most wanted villagers. Of course, everyone wants Raymond. Raymond was like number 1, right?
Okay,
But then
I didn't even know that Raymond was a villager or existed until I looked up that ranking myself, and I was like, oh, I've never heard of this cat before.
Oh yeah, no, he was all over the Animal Crossing subreddit, and I was like, why does everyone like him? It's because he's a cat and he has an office,
He has a suit.
And he's just nice, dressed really nicely, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like if I ever encounter him, then cool. I like he's not really someone I need, but
Yeah.
I went to the ranking list and I saw one of my villagers on the list as number 2, and I was like, what? That's so weird because he was literally the 3rd villager I found, and I was like, yeah, this dude looks chill. So his name is Sherb. He's a blue goat.
Aww.
Yeah, and he's just chill. He likes snacks. He likes to hang out. He gives me gifts. He's one of my favorites. And I was like, this guy is really awesome. I did not know he was the 2nd most requested villager on a list of like people
Jesus.
that want to trade and get him. And I was like, okay. He was like worth 30 million bells. I was like, what the hell, dude? I'm never going to trade Sherb.
You see, this is my problem with the marketplace for Animal Crossing. Y'all are really charging 30 million bells just for a villager. That's ridiculous. Come on.
Or
stop it.
The other one is you have to trade 30 million bells or 1,000 Nook Miles tickets. I was like,
yeah,
1,000?
the other one. Yep.
1,000 Nook Miles tickets. What are you doing with all these tickets? Are you gonna like go to the islands like 1,000 times? That's insane.
Yeah, the Nook Mile game is stupid. Like, why do you need all those tickets for real though?
Yeah, and like I get why the market is like this, but at the same time, I'm just like,
get over yourselves.
See, you don't spend any real money in the game. You only spend real money to buy the whole game itself. Everything else is technically quote unquote free because you do everything yourself. You know, you earn your own money. All this, like, you don't pay for anything with in-game purchases. If you did, then I would understand. But of course, Nintendo being Nintendo, they would never do all like a bunch of in-game purchases for Animal Crossing. I say that now, but watch, it happens in the future. But yeah, so I was really shocked when I saw Sherb. I was like, why is he so requested? And I was like trying to think, like, what does he do that is just that everyone loves? And I was like, all right, I guess he looks cute. He likes to talk about snacks. He's lazy because he's a lazy villager. That's his profile type. And
everyone
that's
likes
all I thought of.
smug and lazy people. I've noticed.
Yeah, right?
Like,
It's
I
funny.
mean, the way that I have my villagers is like, I have my favorite villagers. Like, Octavian's my favorite. Alfonso's my favorite. Alfonso's an alligator. And And I also have a penguin. She's cool. I think her name's Sprinkle. And aside from that, like, what I do is I don't want duplicate animals. Like, I don't want 2 crocodiles. So if a new villager comes in and it's a repeat, then I'm more inclined to trade that person off just because I want, like, more variety.
Yeah. No, I totally feel you.
Yeah, and then that's all my strategy is. I don't have, like, this strategy of, like, I have, like, a list of 5 villagers that I must have and pay money for.
Yeah, no, I honestly, like, if I found a villager that I had in the GameCube version of the game, I'd be like, all right, I would like you to stay. But I haven't found that yet. But if it does come to that point, I don't think I'm going to pay money for someone like that because I don't think it's worth it. You know, I don't think it's really worth it to do that.
Yes.
Exactly. Speaking of giving away villagers and like making them leave, I said goodbye to one of my villagers. She wanted to leave, but in her place, there's someone that came the next day. Her name was Mitzi. She's a cat and she's a normal type villager. And I was like, I need a normal one because everyone else has like a specific personality, but she is the only one that has the normal personality. So I wanted her to come to the village and stay because I wanted some variety. Yeah, she's really cool. The other
nice.
The other person whose name escapes me, sadly, she was nice too. But you know, that's it. Like she had the personality which is the same as Bianca's, and Bianca's and hers they're basically both pop star wannabes in their minds, and their houses look the same. And I was like, one of you has to go, and it's not Bianca, so it's gonna be you. So she left.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Bianca's a tiger, right? Like a snow tiger?
Yes, and
Okay.
I wanted to. After Tiger King came out, she actually joined my island, and I was like, "Well, you're gonna have to stay."
Yeah, it's like, well, it's meant to be. So.
Yeah, I was like, "This is perfect. Actually, you're gonna stay here." Um, yeah. So aside from villagers in Animal Crossing, I actually completed my Yakuza office. So I finally found the last missing piece to my puzzle, which is the aluminum briefcase full of money. And I put it on the table in my room, and now it looks like I'm gonna do a deal in the back, which is awesome. It looks like
It's everything.
basically
It's everything you wanted.
pretty much. The briefcase looks like the ones from Yakuza 0. Remember when Kiryu opens it in front of like a store and he's like, "I'll buy it all."
Oh yeah.
It looks exactly like that. And I was like, "This is dope."
Nice.
So speaking
I
of
love it.
Yakuza, oh yeah, it's awesome. Speaking of Yakuza and Animal Crossing, I remember I mentioned that I was gonna make my front area into the Morning Glory Orphanage.
Yes.
So I did it. I did it at the beginning of this month. I finished
Yay!
it. It's a 1-to-1 recreation. I literally went into Yakuza 3, took screenshots, and then went into Animal Crossing and just referenced all the screenshots. It's cool because there's those tire toys in Animal Crossing. They're like half a tires. They're like in the ground. Those like half tires.
Oh, like the chairs.
Yeah. So those are actually in front of the orphanage, and I was like, that's perfect because they look exactly the same. So I put those there.
I love it.
Yeah, and I actually I made Kiryu's Okinawa outfit in Animal Crossing, and I have Akiyama's suit in Animal Crossing as well. These are not like custom outfits. These are actually all in-game stuff.
Do you use the pineapple aloha shirt?
Yep, white pants, brown shoes, a little goatee, and spiky hair, and that you got Kiryu.
That's amazing. Definitely, let's do another Animal Crossing episode soon where I visit your island, and you can visit my island because now I'm actually 5 stars now. I did it.
Oh, I want to see. I'm down.
Yeah, I did it. Like my 5 stars came up like I want to say 4 days ago officially.
Oh, dope.
And I didn't even know it was 5 stars. It's just what happened was I was like searching for twigs just because I needed to craft something, and then I saw that Lily of the Valley, and then I remembered like, wait, a Lily of the Valley. This looks really familiar. I think I read somewhere that if you see this, that means something. And I looked it up, and then if you see a Lily of the Valley, it means you 5-starred. I'm like, hey.
Hey, that's awesome. Congrats.
I did it. I know. I'm really happy. So, yeah, we'll look at each other's islands again.
Yes, we will. We have a bunch of other podcasts in the way, but once we finish those, we'll go back to Animal Crossing.
Yep, sounds good. So, you're playing The Last of Us 2, right?
Correct. I'm on Seattle Day 2.
Okay. I am still in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I haven't been able to put a lot of time in it just because, like,
life.
But I think I'm at the end of it where I'm back to the second, like, I'm back to Abby again.
Ah, okay, cool.
So I don't know how far that is, but yeah, I'm like 3.5 hours into the game.
Cool. Oh no, that's awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
I can't say anything yet. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Well, we should just like talk about it when we're both at like adjacent parts.
Oh, also, the official title of this game is The Last of Us Part 2, and that like low key irks me because it's not like The Last of Us 1 is called The Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah, I know, right?
Called The Last of Us, and these are things that don't matter in life, but I'm gonna complain about it anyway. Because I can. So, it's like, why couldn't you just call yourself The Last of Us 2?
That's what I just refer to it as.
Yeah, exactly. Part 2? Come on. Anyways, that's my quick rant about the title of the game.
I think it should have been called The Rest of Us.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah. Take out the part 2, take out the last, just make it The Rest of Us.
Awesome. I'm here for it. Because it is The Rest of Us. It's like 6 years later. So.
Yeah, right.
It makes complete sense. One thing I was surprised about when I started the game, because we have that E3 preview that came out in 2019 for The Last of Us. I was shocked to find out that the game takes place after that E3 preview.
Oh, that E3 preview was just like a demo? Like,
yeah,
it was not actually in the game?
Yeah, or like it was just like if anything, it could be a flashback, but the beginning of the game starts after that dance or, that town party. I was like, oh, now this is interesting. We just I was like, we completely skipped that part. But so I thought that was kind of cool because it's like I didn't have to repeat anything. That being said, if you're playing The Last of Us Part 2 and you have not started it yet, you should watch that because then the beginning makes no sense.
Yeah, because they reference it and I'm like, okay, so we're going to see it, right? And then it doesn't
they
happen.
reference
I'm like, what?
Exactly. Like, if it could be a flashback, but we haven't even reached that part yet. So, if you haven't started it yet, you should actually watch that E3 preview because it gives context.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it so far. I did exactly what I said I was gonna do when I first talked to you about this. I'm playing the light difficulty setting because I did not want to deal with stealth in this game on hard or normal.
Yeah.
And it was the best decision I've made so far with this game. I'm not even kidding because I'm not a stealth person game.
Totally.
I sincerely think I would dislike this game a lot more if I played it on normal or hard, and I would have been more frustrated and rage quit. But now that I'm playing on light, oh god, I'm having a great time. So
yeah. No, I think that's totally fine. I, on the other hand, actually enjoy the stealth parts of it. It can be challenging and difficult, but I mean, everyone likes their own playstyle, Like, you can go loud, you can go quiet. For me, I just wanted to, like, try it out, and I actually didn't mind it that much. So, yeah, I mean,
you could get a trophy for it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I mean, I just... Usually when I play a game, sometimes I like to look up stuff. For this game, I didn't look up anything, and I still got through everything correctly. I mean, loot every house.
You were going to look up spoilers?
No, not spoilers, just like a guide to see every level.
Got
to 100% everything. But I actually decided not to, and it actually worked out because what I did was I literally just like explored every single open area, open house, and I found a bunch of stuff, and I was like, okay. And then they even mentioned in the game, like, this area is clear, or like, this is fine, or I think there's nothing else here. And I'm like, okay, wow, I took everything. So I think that's really cool.
They have those audible clues even in Uncharted. So it's pretty, like Drake will say, like, all right, I think that's the last treasure if you collected all the treasures in that chapter.
Right. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. So that's nice. I like it so far, by the way.
Same.
I haven't gotten much into it, but and my opinion stays the same as the last time we talked about the state of play. So, at the end of the day, this is a zombie game, and like a zombie game is just a zombie game to me. So, the storyline when I get into it needs to be really good for me to like this game.
Mm-hmm.
To sell it to me, because it's like, at this point, I'm playing this because I need to know the aftermath of Joel and Ellie. So
yeah, same.
However that wraps up, I like the story needs to be top notch, because the zombie parts are just zombie parts. You know what I mean? And that's my mindset. That's my mindset going into this game.
Like, for me, like, if this is the last game in the Last of Us series, then okay, that's fine.
For sure.
Like, if this wraps up everything, then I'm good. But
I hope it does. Like, by the time I reach the end of this game, I hope this is the last one, because I was in the boat that I didn't feel like the first one needed a sequel to begin with.
Same. No, totally.
what I predict is that this is gonna be the last game, and also like it's fitting that it's like the last like PlayStation 4 game for Naughty Dog, so they're probably wrapping up the franchise in this way, unless some dumb shit happens at the end, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
And then, or if Sony's like, hey, Naughty Dog, please make a third one. And they're like, you said that about Uncharted 4. And they're like, yeah, but we're saying it about Last of Us now. And then Naughty Dog's like, okay, I guess so.
Yeah. They did introduce that new character, Abby. If you cared that much to do some spin-offs, you could do a spin-off with her background, like a prequel of who she is and what that is. I don't know what that is yet, by the way. Like, I don't know what I haven't reached that part yet where like we know who she is.
Right. Yeah, because you're just like dropped into this character. You're like, I don't know what's going on. All I know is that her name is Abby, and then it's like, okay.
There was a point when she first appeared, because the thing is, Ellie and Dina are going on patrol to find Joel, and then you see Abby sleeping in the cabin, and I thought that was actually Ellie. I was like, oh, interesting, and then I realized, wait, who are these people? Don't know who any of these people are. So
and they see the city. They're like, hey, that's a city, and they're like, okay. And I'm like, what is going on?
I know, there's a city. There's a target. The target's supposed to live in the city. I'm like, who? All right.
What? Who are you looking for? What's going on? Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you to play.
Yeah, totally. And obviously, we need to have a spoiler cast for this, like, when we're both done.
Yeah, totally. What was your prediction?
Oh, my prediction is that they're looking for Ellie, just because Ellie is the cure. So, because it's like, who else are you looking for in this town? The plot twist... Yeah. I don't know if it is a plot twist. An interesting plot twist would be Ellie is not the only person with the cure, and there's one more, and there's like a few more people out there that can cure humanity. So, I don't know if that's what they're going for, but
yeah. At the beginning, Joel says that if she were to be the cure, it would kill her. So, if they find someone else, they have to be willing to die to be the cure.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly.
It sucks.
I know. I know that I know that majority of this game is basically Ellie's point of view. But I think that Joel is a great character though, because like even though we didn't cure humanity, like thinking from a father's point of view, that's probably the point of view that like majority of fathers would have felt like back then. Like, if you're in a zombie apocalypse, like that, or like if you're in any life or death situation, the average father would think like Joel. So I think that's why I like his character a lot. Like, I think it's rooted in a lot of realism. So yeah. I'm only 3 hours into the game, obviously, but these are just like my these are just like my things that I hope to have when I get into the game.
Yeah, no, totally. Something that kind of caught me off guard is the names of the horses. So Ellie's horse's name is Shimmer, and
yes,
Dina's horse's name is Japan. I was like, what? Dina, why did you name your horse Japan? But okay, I mean, I'm not gonna judge you. It's just like, okay,
she can do whatever she wants. That's why.
You can name your horse whatever you want, but I mean, okay. My brother looked at me and he's like, why? And I was like, I don't know. Because he was watching me play yesterday through the whole thing, and I was just like,
amazing.
Japan. She's like, come here, Japan. I'm like, what? Did you just say Japan? And then I looked at the subtitles, and I was like, yes, she just said Japan.
Good God.
Yeah, I was like, I want to know the backstory of the reason why that horse is named Japan. Cool. So we're both playing The Last of Us 2. We're both loving it. It's good. It's good so far. Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
I like it so far. Also, I think it's really easy to play. Like, I think the controls are fine. So.
Yeah, I think it's good. I have no complaints about the controls. The graphics are beautiful. Everything is realistic, you know.
Yeah, I don't have any real complaints on the UI, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Aside from Last of Us 2 and Animal Crossing, anything else you're jamming on?
Nope, that's it for now.
Cool. So my last two games, of course, are Dead by Daylight. Now, at the time of this recording, Dead by Daylight is having their 4th anniversary, meaning that there's like a special event going on where you can get crowns in the game as a cosmetic item, and they're free. So the criteria for the crowns are: as a killer, you have to kill all survivors, then you get your crown. As a survivor, you have to escape with the crown. The way the crown works is there's a pedestal with the crown on it somewhere in the map. Every few minutes, it'll disappear and appear somewhere else on the map. Anyone can get it. Up to all 5 people can get the crown, including the killer. So, yeah, again, the survivors have to escape. The killer has to kill all the survivors. The crown only applies to non-licensed characters. So, for example, one of the characters, her name is Claudette. She was made by Behavior, the developers. She can get the crown, and she can wear it as a cosmetic item. However, someone like Nancy Wheeler from the Stranger Things DLC, she cannot get the crown. I'm assuming this is because it's a licensing issue, and they're not allowed to modify the character's like model with anything. I'm not sure exactly, but basically licensed characters can't get the crown. However, in the game, when you're playing a match, licensed characters can still grab the crown, and it's annoying because like they can't, if they escape with it, they don't get anything, and people don't realize that. So there's been a lot of pressure, especially with my friends and I when we were playing Dead by Daylight. This is like 2 weeks ago or like last week when we were playing. We got like really mad at the game because like we just want to escape with the crown, right? There's so much, there's that extra added like stress because first of all, you have to do the game well, you have to complete each match, and you have to escape with a crown. Or if you haven't found it yet, you have to find it. And you have this like killer chasing you. So we were all getting like really, really frustrated with the game. One of my friends was like yelling and we're like all scared. And yeah, it was not a good time to be playing Dead by Daylight. Yeah, it was bad. We eventually all got our crowns and everything mellowed out. And now we can enjoy the event to its fullest. There's like new items you get every day by logging into Dead by Daylight, which is awesome. However, 2 weeks prior to this 4th anniversary event starting, the Silent Hill DLC finally released with Midwich Elementary School as the map, with Pyramid Head as the killer and Cheryl Mason as the survivor. So everyone's been kind of using the new killer, the new survivor, and enjoying the 4th anniversary event. One of my goals this year was to make more content for my YouTube channel, and I actually started doing that. I started uploading compilation videos of my friends and I being silly, saying stupid jokes, and playing Dead by Daylight together. So yeah, it's been fun editing these compilation videos, and I make it for them, to be honest. I make the videos because they love seeing us and remembering those stupid moments we did together, and yeah, it's great. So I'm happy that I started putting like more content on my channel, more gaming related content.
That's awesome.
On the I enjoy editing the videos. I enjoy like reliving those moments. Some of the matches I don't put up because we just die a lot, and I'm just like, this is not fun. No one's gonna laugh at this. So what I do is I have like 10 or 12 Dead by Daylight matches, and I just cut them up to only the funniest parts from those matches, and then I string them together and then slap a label on it and then call it, oh, I did this, and put it on YouTube. Yeah, so that's been fun. On the flip side of that, I've actually been testing some stuff on Twitch. If you have seen our Discord in the streaming announcements page, you'll see that I had a couple of streams on Twitch playing Dead by Daylight with my friends. I did it as a test, and part of the reason I did it as a test was because an upcoming podcast that we're doing, Alyssa, is going to be live on Twitch. So
yes,
I wanted to just try that out. Definitely streaming is not my thing. I actually prefer just editing the videos, but it was nice and fun while it lasted. So yeah, that's all for me from Dead by Daylight. But the last game I want to talk about is an exercise game. It's called Ring Fit Adventure for the Nintendo Switch. And if you have not heard of Ring Fit Adventure, it is a Nintendo-developed game based around exercise. So the game right now is extremely hard to find because of COVID-19. Everyone has been purchasing it as an at-home workout. I was really interested in it. I was wondering why everyone liked it, what all the hype was about. So I watched some videos online, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. There was a video where this guy had his personal trainer try the game, and he was playing it in front of him as well. And the personal trainer was like, this is a really good way to have a basis as your workout. Like, it's not going to do a lot of things for you because it doesn't tell you what to eat. It doesn't give you like a nutritional diet advice. It just tells you like, do these exercises and you'll do it to like stay in shape and all this other jazz. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll get it one day. A couple months roll by, and I get a notification on Reddit about some guy talking about Ring Fit Adventure, how it's back in stock on Target. I was like, oh shit. So at 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, I like rush to my computer. I go to Target's website. It says in stock, and I'm like, okay, great. But there's no way to add it to my cart. And I was like, what the fuck? So every time I pressed the ship it button, like it would just tell me a prompt saying like, oh, we cannot add this item to your cart right now. Please try again later. I go back to that Reddit post, and everyone's like, spam the ship it button 10 times for 30 seconds, and it'll go to your cart. I'm like, what kind of Pokemon Red bullshit is this? Yeah. And you know what? It worked. It actually worked. And a few days later, I got Ring Fit Adventure shipped to my house. So, as I mentioned before, the reason why this game is $80 is because it is a good workout. It comes with a very, very durable ring. It comes with like a thigh strap where you can put the other Joy-Con. You attach one Joy-Con to the ring, one Joy-Con to your leg, and yeah, it's $80 as a whole. That's the whole package. I remember I mentioned before on the podcast how I'm only trying to go digital with my games. However, Ring Fit Adventure is the only exception because you can only buy this game in physical form. You cannot buy this game digitally. This game again is $80, but it resales for like $100-something or maybe more because everyone's trying to make a profit off of it. And I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna pay that much. So I finally found it new for a price that is reasonable for basically retail price. And I have to say, after playing it after a day, I was so sore. It's probably one of the best workouts I've ever done. It's not just a video game with an RPG element. Like they make you do these workouts in the game. For example, for the boss, you have to like do these like crunch type exercises. You have to do like these standing chair type exercises. They really work out all the muscles. And I cannot recommend Ring Fit Adventure enough. I love Ring Fit Adventure. It's such a cool game. It really got me going as far as exercises go. I haven't gone outside for exercise in a while because I've been playing Ring Fit Adventure. Yeah, I recommend it.
How many times a week do you do that?
So I bought it on Thursday. It came in on Thursday. I did it I tried it on Thursday, and then I didn't have time on Friday. I practiced with it yesterday. I did some more workouts, and I'm gonna continue today. So far, only like 3 times.
For sure.
But
that's awesome,
I love
though.
it. Yeah, if you can find a copy, I'd say get it. I think it's awesome. It's worth it.
I'm always looking for ways to mix up my workout, so.
Hell yeah. And that ring feels like it's never going to break. You can like squeeze it, you can pull it because you're supposed to for the game. And yeah, it works out all these core muscles and different parts of your body in ways that I was like, "Oh crap. Okay, this is actually really cool."
Awesome.
And that is all that I'm
What's your
playing.
favorite workout so far?
I don't have a favorite workout. They all hurt, and I think that's a good thing. I think I would just say the squats. I think the squats are good. I like the squats. Oh man. Okay. Let's move on to news. So there's quite a bit of stuff happening in the gaming world right now.
Yes. My real quick lighthearted news is that Animal Crossing Summer Update Wave 1 is coming out on July 3rd. There's going to be swimming, mollusks, and Pascal the Otter. Hey.
He's back, finally.
That's it. That's all I have for lighthearted news.
So the one I want to talk about is Mixer closing its doors on July 22nd.
Yes. Oh, before we get into all of that, there's one more thing. So,
Sure.
Yeah, because a hooded dude posted it on the Discord, but my favorite game, is coming out with a new sequel. Yes, 9.
Hey, East 9.
Monstrum Nox. Yes. However you want to say it.
Yes, 9.
Yes, 9. So, it's already out in Japan, but it's the localized North American Europe version is coming out in 2021. Stay tuned. I am most likely going to buy that on the Switch because the Switch is an RPG lifesaver. So, yeah, I'm excited for that when it comes out.
Dope.
Yep. Okay, Mixer. Yes.
So, Mixer. It's closing its doors on July 22nd. A lot of the creators that were on Mixer, the smaller creators, are upset because their audience is going to be gone. You could tell people that you're going to Twitch, or you can tell people you're going to YouTube Gaming, but I mean, you're still going to lose a lot of people because people find Mixer as their home. They've spent their whole life or their whole streaming career there, and now they're basically Mixer is going to Facebook Gaming, and not everyone wants to use Facebook Gaming,
Yeah.
So it's sad. But that's what's happening. Ninja and Shroud, probably the two biggest streamers in the world, were on Mixer, and they basically got paid out. They were offered to go to Facebook Gaming for double of the amount that Mixer was offering, and they both declined. Who knows where they're gonna go? Maybe back to Twitch, maybe to YouTube. But
Probably, porque no los dos.
yeah, at the end of the day, I think that Shroud and Ninja won. Ninja got $30 million, Shroud got $10 million, and all these other streamers, they lost. They're suffering because of it. I think it sucks.
Yeah.
I think it's terrible. There's nothing you can do about it. Microsoft ended Mixer because, in my opinion, it just wasn't doing well. Of all the streaming services in the world that were boosted by COVID-19, Mixer actually was not one of those. Mixer was probably the one that lost more, if anything. So Microsoft was like, all right, we're going to cut our losses and just sell it to Facebook Gaming. And it sucks, because again, your home is gone and there's nothing you can do about it.
And it's Facebook too.
I mean, Facebook isn't really known for streaming games, right?
Yeah, who uses it? Yeah, why would you use Facebook for that?
Yeah, if you're streaming on Facebook Gaming, let me know. I'm curious to see what your experience is like.
Yeah, right. I would love to know as well. Because to me, Facebook just doesn't seem like it has the infrastructure to do that.
Yeah, seriously.
This comes back to just because you know that your platform is bad if I forgot that you existed, and on top of that, Microsoft knows that PC gaming is one of the most popular way to game. They have all the equipment, they have everything ready, in their software and their infrastructure. I just don't understand why they didn't buy Twitch. I don't get why they had to make a rival, or they had to buy a rival and invest in a rival.
I think they did try to buy Twitch. Twitch said no.
For sure.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I give a lot of props to Twitch for that if they're trying to stay independent this whole time.
Well, they got bought by Amazon instead.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. They got bought by Amazon.
They're not independent, sadly.
That's right.
Yeah, so I think Amazon offered more.
For sure.
And yeah. So you were saying?
Oh, just that it was an interesting strategy getting the most popular people from Twitch to go to their platform. And a lot of people moved there. But yeah, I hope that it all works out for them in the end, especially the people who don't already have a fan base.
I want to believe that Twitch is going to welcome them with open arms, but we're gonna talk about some things next about Twitch that I'm just like, okay. But I mean, maybe Ninja and Shroud will go back to Twitch. I don't know. What do you think,
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa? Do you think Ninja and Shroud are gonna go to Twitch? Are they gonna go to YouTube? What do you think they're gonna do?
I don't know about Shroud. I know more about Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I feel like Ninja can go back to, in my opinion, Ninja can go back to Twitch. I don't think anything's gonna, like, he'll just pick up where he left off. Like, I don't think that Ninja's problematic in any way to not be
Yeah.
accepted back on Twitch.
Yeah. I
I
think the Twitch community will welcome back with open arms.
I don't know enough about Shroud, so
All I know is that he got paid less than Ninja.
for sure.
And I'm just like, okay, cool. But yeah, they are the biggest streamers in the world. I think wherever they go, they're gonna do their thing.
Yes.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, moving on to Twitch news. There's quite a few things that we need to talk about.
Yeah. So, after Ninja left Twitch, the streamer Dr. Disrespect became the number one streamer on the platform, and his real name is Herschel Beam the Fourth, and he's permanently banned as of 2 days ago from Twitch. And yeah, and we don't know why yet. The statement he gave on Twitter just says Champions Club Twitch has not notified me on the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all for the support during this difficult time. So yeah, he outright just got kicked off Twitch, but absolutely nothing has been said yet, which makes me think that this is a pretty serious issue. If there hasn't even been an announcement like why you've been kicked off, because this guy has a multi-year deal with Twitch.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the reasons why there's no information on this, is because there's legal and money ramifications based off of his multi-year deal that could go wrong. So he's probably like taking care of it, but you seriously don't know what happened. Like, I have no idea what's going on.
Is he
I just know he's
permanently
kicked
banned?
off. Yeah, he's banned.
Jesus, what happened? What did he do?
This is like complete opposite of a bunch of streamers who just got called out on sexual harassment and sexual assault also this past week. Like, and the streamers have been public about that, and they've just left Twitch on their own. Whereas this specific story, you don't know what happened. So it's come to the point that people, I don't know if it's like people subscribe to him, because I'm not too familiar with Twitch, but basically like people are getting refunds if they've spent money on Dr. Disrespect, or like, gave him money and whatnot.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
Yeah. So obviously we'll probably like get more information later in the week, but I think that this is interesting because we just don't know what happened, and that's kind of weird. So I don't really Twitch that much, and I know his name though, because his name is said a lot in the community. But
yeah.
That was shocking. 2020 is here with the shocks though, so
yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, speaking of Twitch and sexual harassment, it's not really harassment. Well, Twitch is getting sued for $25 million from a gentleman named Eric Estavillo, and Estavillo suffers from a number of medical conditions, and he has to remain indoors because of these. So his entertainment's limited to Twitch. Some of these things include sexual addiction. He suffers from sexual addiction, and he has extremely exacerbated. Twitch has extremely exacerbated by displaying many suggestive women streamers through Twitch's twisted programming, is what he said, and as part of his
twisted programming.
So basically, what he's saying is Twitch keeps recommending me these women, so of course I'm going to think that they're sexy. So he follows like 800 women and 0 men on Twitch, and he's suing them because they're too sexy.
OMG.
Apparently, Estevio has had a history of suing big tech companies such as Blizzard, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. So I don't know what's going to come out of this. I don't know what Twitch has said. They haven't said anything to my knowledge. So this court hearing is going to happen soon, apparently. But yeah, it's just like this is just a weird case, to say the least.
Oh, yeah. What weird times we're living in right now.
I know, right? Like, all right, dude, you could sue them.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that, other than I want to see where this goes. I want to see what Twitch's response is going to be.
Yes.
Cool. Any other news we need to discuss?
Nope. I think that's it for now. I just wanna the last thing I want to end with is that before we go on to questions is that yeah, obviously like we're having another wave of sexual assault allegations, and this is hitting the gaming community. Like it's hit the movie community 2 years ago, and now it's hitting the gaming community. And I just want to just very quickly emphasize again that we got to listen to the stories before you make a judgment whether the accuser is incorrect or whether the accusee is correct. But just listen is all I got to say. Like everyone, not to say that everyone's good, but just listen and hear everyone out before you make your assumptions. Mm-hmm. That is all.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all your sentiments.
Yep. All right. So we got a few questions and comments. Oh gosh. That are not relationship related. I know we're doing that, but I saw a few things that are regular questions that I'm... Okay, the first question is from PJ. Where are you two planning on traveling after this is all over?
Wow. So can I go first?
And by first? This is all over, I'm pretty sure it's coronavirus. Just to...
Yeah.
Because what else is it?
Yeah, no, seriously. For myself, actually, Hawaii is limiting they're gonna, what's it called? They're gonna let domestic travelers go to the islands past August 1st, as long as you get a negative test result regarding regarding the coronavirus within like 72 hours of your departure at a...
That's interesting. Really?
At like a Hawaii approved test facility. So I am trying to go to Hawaii this year. So the coronavirus is still happening. So this isn't really answering his question, but but it's still relevant because I still want to go after this all ends. I still want to go to Hawaii. I wanted to go to Japan, because I was supposed to go this year with my whole family, and the trip got canceled. And I want to go to Europe. That's where I want to go.
Nice. Also, speaking of Europe, they just reopened it, and they gave a list of countries allowed for limited travel about an hour or two ago, and the United States, of course, is not on it, and I don't blame them in any way whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, it's all good. No hard feelings.
Yep, I'm just like, yeah, that's what I expected.
Totally.
So, yep, we suck.
So, how about you? Yeah, I know, right? So how about you, Alyssa? Where do you want to go?
This year I wanted to go back to Japan, and then that didn't happen. So I think one of my main goals will be going back to Japan and Korea the next time I can get out of here. And I would like to go to Maui And
Nice.
Kind of a different one. I really want to visit Canada.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So that Canada is also on my radar. And also just because Canada just seems like a very plausible place to go at this point, because it's really close to us, and there's not really going to be any issues. Like, I mean, like there's obviously issues, of course, but like they're probably gonna open their gates quicker to us in like November or October than like Europe. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it.
Totally. Dope.
Yeah. Also, I thought I saw another question, but I can't find it. Like, I thought someone made a comment. I'll read it on the next podcast if I find it. So,
is it the comment from PJ about The Last of Us 2?
No. It was like something I saw like a week and a half ago.
Oh.
I'll find it. It's all good. Like, I'll read it on the next podcast if I see it.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Sorry if we missed it this time.
Yeah.
But we'll get on the next one.
Like, I swear I saw it, but I don't see it anymore. That's okay. I'll find it, though.
Yeah. If you're listening, please submit your relationship questions to us in the comment section of this video, in any video. Go to our Discord, which is linked at the description of where this podcast is hosted. And our next podcast is going to be the relationship podcast, where we talk about relationships. So please submit your questions. We already got a set of questions from Hooded Dude. So shout out to you, dude, for submitting your questions already. And if you would like to submit a question or comment, not in the comment section of where this podcast is hosted, you can go to our website, www.Downtime.Live. You can click on the contact form, and that will send us an email that way, or you can contact us directly at contact@Downtime.Live. Again, that's contact@Downtime.Live to send us an email the old-fashioned way. You can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts / iTunes, and we will read it on the podcast. Right now, I believe we're still 5 out of 5, which is pretty dope. You can find our podcast on YouTube, Stitcher, Podbean. Leave us a comment or question there, and we will read it on the podcast. Anything I'm missing, Alyssa?
Nope. That's it.
Cool.
Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Podcast 138 out.
Peace.